Why does every battalion have that warrant officer everyone goes to instead of their chain? Chief Warrant Officer Wade Keller worked in supply. Technically, his job was managing inventory and equipment accountability, but everyone knew his real job was fixing problems nobody else could solve. His office was this cramped room behind the warehouse. Always smelled like coffee and printer toner. Door was always open. Soldiers would line up outside like it was a confessional booth. I discovered Chief Keller my second week at the base. My squad leader, Sergeant Curtis Vaughn, told me, "You got a problem your chain can't fix, you go see the chief. Don't ask permission, just go." Seemed weird. Why would I skip my entire chain of command? But Curtis insisted everyone did it. First time I went was over pay issues. Finance had screwed up my direct deposit for 3 months straight. I'd filed paperwork 6 times. My platoon sergeant kept saying he'd handle it. Nothing changed. Walked into Keller's office. He was maybe 50, gray hair, reading glasses perched on his nose, looked up from his computer. "Let me guess, finance problems? How'd you know?" "It's always finance problems on Tuesdays." He pulled out a form. "Fill this out. I'll have it fixed by Friday." I stared at him. "That's it? No routing through my chain? No commander approval?" Keller smiled. "Son, I've been in 28 years. I know which shortcuts work and which ones get you in trouble. This is the working kind." My pay was fixed by Thursday. Direct deposit hit my account like magic. Word spread about Chief Keller. Turned out everyone used him. Marriage problems? Keller knew a good counselor off post. Car got repossessed? Keller had connections with legal assistants. Need emergency leave, but command keeps denying it. Keller knew who to call. He never advertised his services, never sent emails or made announcements. Just sat in that little office solving problems one soldier at a time. My platoon sergeant Preston Landry hated it. "Why are my soldiers going to some warrant officer instead of me? I'm supposed to handle these issues." But Preston couldn't fix half the stuff Keller fixed. Preston worked within the system. Keller worked around it. The real test came when Private Dalton Cruz got in serious trouble. DUI off post, second offense. Command wanted to throw the book at him, process him out with an other than honorable discharge. Cruz was a good kid who'd made stupid mistakes. His chain of command had given up on him. Even his own squad was writing him off. He showed up at Keller's office on a Friday afternoon. I was there dropping off paperwork, saw the whole thing. "Chief, I'm screwed. They're kicking me out. I got nobody else to turn to." Keller leaned back in his chair. "You drinking because you got problems, or you got problems because you're drinking?" Cruz broke down, told him everything. Dad died 6 months ago. Mom was sick. Girlfriend left him. He was drowning and alcohol seemed like the only life raft. Keller listened for an hour, didn't interrupt once, just let Cruz empty everything out. When Cruz finished, Keller said, "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to rehab. Not the Army's joke program, real rehab. I know a place that actually works. Command won't pay for that." I didn't say Command was paying for it. Turns out Keller had connections with a veterans nonprofit. Got Cruz into a 60-day program completely free. Convinced the command to delay discharge proceedings until Cruz completed treatment. Cruz came back different, sober, focused, actually dealing with his problems. Keller helped him get grief counseling, connected his mom with better healthcare, even co-signed on an apartment lease when Cruz couldn't find housing. 6 months later, Cruz was soldier of the quarter, made specialist below the zone, complete turnaround. I asked Keller why he did all this, why he spent his own time and money helping soldiers who weren't even his responsibility. "My son was like Cruz once," he said quietly. "Got in trouble, started drinking, command gave up on him. Nobody helped. He took his own life 3 weeks after getting kicked out." My chest tightened. "Chief, I'm sorry." "Don't be sorry, just help the next guy who needs it." That's when I understood. Keller wasn't fixing problems, he was saving lives. Battalion command eventually noticed the pattern. Soldiers going to Keller instead of their chain. Some officers thought it undermined authority, wanted to shut it down. The sergeant major called a meeting. All the senior NCOs. Topic was how to handle the Keller situation. Preston argued Keller was enabling soldiers to skip proper channels. Others agreed. Said it made leadership look weak. Then Sergeant Felix Ortiz stood up. "Last year my marriage was falling apart. I was 2 days from eating my weapon. Chief Keller spent 6 hours talking me down, got me into counseling, saved my life. How many of you can say you did that for your soldiers?" Silence. The sergeant major looked around the room. Show of hands. How many of you have personally gone to Chief Keller for help? Every hand went up, including Preston's. That's what I thought. Meeting dismissed. Keller retired last year. His farewell ceremony had over 300 soldiers show up. More than most colonels get. During his speech, he said something I'll never forget. "I didn't save any of you. You saved yourselves. I just showed you the door." Cruz spoke at the ceremony. Talked about how Keller gave him a second chance when nobody else would. How he's now 4 years sober, married, planning to re-enlist. After Keller left, command tried to replace him. Assigned another warrant officer to supply. Nice guy, did his job well, but it wasn't the same. That office behind the warehouse sits empty most days now. Soldiers still walk by it though. Sometimes leave notes on the door, thank you messages, updates on their lives, photos of weddings and babies. Last week someone painted above the door frame, small letters in army green, "The Chief's office, where careers were saved and lives were changed." Command ordered it painted over. Within 24 hours, someone painted it again. They gave up trying to remove it after the 5th time.